my project in Camp Productions was all centered on this band called Avonheart. And they're really cool. They all started out here as students, and it was really cool. They're a really talented band. We got to go to a lot of their gigs, and we got to see a lot of their practices, hear a lot of great music, which was a lot of fun. They're all really nice people, great to hang out with. So yeah, I'm very proud of what we put together. It was a lot of fun to make, and they were a great group.
So I did a documentary about this really interesting artist named Kenneth Walker. He had a really interesting life. He was a firefighter, underwater welder, like he has a black belt in karate, and you know, he got his degree later in life and was just a very interesting person. So just talking about how CU gives opportunity to people, I mean, no matter what age, to complete their degree and like follow their passion. So I mean, I feel like that'd be great showing for the university and just this really interesting character in general.
When we found out about this story, it was kind of a suggestion from Jim. He was kind of throwing out some ideas, and he said, you know, this band is really good, and they've gotten a lot of success in the Denver music scene. So we were like, oh, we'll check it out. That seems pretty interesting. So I got in touch with the lead singer, Andrea, through one of my friends, and she was really fun to talk to, and she got back to me really quickly and all of that, and she's like, yeah, I'd love to meet up and do an interview with you and get to know you. And that's kind of how we found out more information about the band.
I would say it was a really good experience when I met Ken Walker. I went with a couple of the other students in the class. We went one day and we went to his house. We just had a cup of coffee. We just talked to him, and he had like really interesting thoughts on life and art in general and everything. And I was like, wow, this guy has an interesting story, and you can see it displayed through the art around his house. You look and you see so many different styles, from sculpture to paintings to more realistic paintings and portrait work to really abstract pieces. And looking at that, I was like, this guy would be really interesting to make a documentary on.
I think one of the biggest challenges of the things that we did in Camp Productions would probably be scheduling. That was probably the hardest part, is just getting everybody together in the same room, getting the camera rolling, and getting what we needed to, that sort of a thing. But once you figure out how to roll with that and how to like get the schedule down, roll with it whenever it changes, it turns out fine. Overall, it was a pretty easy experience doing that.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the network powered by Southwest.
See you on the plane.
Thank you.
So the network commercial, that was a lot of fun. Jim came in one day and he held out this storyboard for us, and it was all about the details for the network commercial, and he's like, we got this great opportunity, guys. Are you guys interested in this? And we were like, yeah.
Oh, the network commercial. That was really interesting. They all came in. First, Jim told us that we had this opportunity to do a commercial for the Network Leadership Foundation through the University of CU Denver. And we were all like, we didn't know what to expect. I mean, we heard a lot of things. We got a storyboard from them. And, it was a really great learning experience, learning how to work with someone who's like a client, Working with non-actors was very interesting, and we got to shoot at DIA. All these things, like shooting on a very compressed shooting schedule and a very tight editing schedule with a 1-week turnaround time for getting it all edited, was very interesting because, in the real world, you're just going to get deadlines and you have to hit them no matter how fast they are. And this was a great learning experience, especially for me, where I was just like, we don't have tons of time. We have to work and make a commercial in a very noisy place, and then I have to edit it in the next week. And it was like, okay, this is like, it's like a challenge, and then you work through it and you realize what you would have done better next time and what you would work on. So it's just a great learning opportunity.
Having our commercial shown at the Leadership Foundation lunch event, it was really amazing, honestly. We were so proud of what we did, and we were so nervous to show it, and we were like, oh my gosh, are they gonna love it as much as we do? Oh my gosh, there were so many people watching. Like 9 News was there, the Denver Chamber of Commerce people were there. We had so many people watching it, and they loved it. and well, we were so proud of it, and we were just thrilled that everyone liked it. It was incredible seeing it up on these big screens that they had. Got to meet a lot of people from the alumni network, and we got to eat a lot of really good food, which was also fantastic. Yeah, that was a great day.
It was great to show something that me and my classmates had worked so hard on, and to see it projected on the big screen with all those people, it's just I can't describe how cool that feels. It's always hard to show something you've worked on. It's just difficult to show something that you put a lot of effort into, but it was a really great experience just to get up there, and we got to dress all nice, and we had our own table, and we got to sit and laugh and show what we love to do, which is film, and that was a really great experience.
A big thank you to the actors, the extras, and especially the University of Colorado Denver Film and Television Program.
What I took the most out of CAM Productions was getting to work with a great crew, great teacher, great opportunities to work on films that I hadn't done too much before in the past, and expanding my knowledge in documentary and filmmaking in general. And that knowledge, it's invaluable.
What I've taken from CAM Productions would probably be the connections that I've made with all the people here. We became a very close-knit kind of family in CAM Productions, which was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed working with everyone in the class, and I've made some really great friendships this year, which was so much fun. I also learned just overall how to be a better filmmaker and a better documentarian, how to work with scheduling issues, of course, and yeah, just how to get it done and how to make it a good film. Those are probably the biggest things that I would take away from this. It was a really great experience.